Welcome back to Bruins Game Reactions. Boston Bruins win Game 8 of the NHL regular season 4-3 in overtime over the Toronto Maple Leafs. Lineup changes for tonight's game. Mason Lohrei draws in. Parker Wotherspoon sits out. That's about it for that. Here are tonight's forward lineups, or here's tonight's forward lines. Couldn't get the defensive lines on the broadcast. And obviously Swayman starts in net. Stolarz gets the nod at the other end of the ice. Bruins came out of the gate just absolutely flying out there. Far and away their best 10 minutes of any stretch of time throughout these first 8 games of this season. And it kind of remained that way, except for later on in the game when they got 2 goals in 31 seconds. Yeah, they dominated the first 10 minutes, and then immediately fell off, going down to a 5-on-3 at one point for 30 seconds. But they were able to hold that one off and make it to the end of the period. Now, halfway into the second, Austin Matthews causes chaos in front, as good players very often do. Drops it back to Matthew Knies, who's at the back of the pile. Snipes it right in past Swayman. The way great players become great is they make other players around them better. And that was exactly what Austin Matthews did right there. He drew all the attention away from Matthew Knies, came right in, scored right past Swayman, had 3 of the 5 Bruins players on the ice, all in front of the net. That's just a goal that's going to go in. Boston strikes back, and at this point, it was on the power play. It was apparent that they were going to score right from the moment they entered the zone. It was just a matter of time. And it honestly looked like, leading up to this goal, that the Leafs were just being toyed with by the Bruins, who got the puck. Pastrnak able to come right in behind the Leafs defenders, has basically a wide open cage and is able to rip it home, as David Pastrnak should be able to. Then, later on in the period, Mitch Marner 4-on-4, where the Bruins have actually excelled quite well this season. I think they were a +2, maybe +3 in goal differential heading into this game. Marner comes in hard, as he should. Gets the feed to Morgan Rielly at the face-off dot, and just beats Swayman cleanly there. Not much else you can really say about that one. You want Swayman to get it, but you're also not expecting Rielly to shoot, especially from the position that he was, because he got down on one knee, he was at the face-off dot. I mean, it looked like he was going to pass it right back to Marner the whole way, and then cocks his stick back and rips it right home. Then the Bruins tie it back up with a double rebound from Matthew Poitras out to Trent Frederic, then out to Justin Brazeau, former Marley, Justin Brazeau, Leafs organization. Taps it in. Rips that one home for what was just a great second goal of this season for him. He hasn't scored often. He's only scored twice, but when he does, he has made them look absolutely spectacular. And Mark Kastelik gets the 3rd goal for the Bruins, 31 seconds after the second one. I will stand by this. I've said it since this season started. Mark Kastelik has been the best part of this Linus Ullmark deal. Do I have a reason as to that, other than the numbers? Not really. But stats speak for themselves, really. Ullmark has a sub-900 save percentage with the Ottawa Senators, just to prove it's the team, not the player. And Mark Kastelic, I'm pretty sure that was his 5th or 6th goal of the season. Just a beautiful pass from John Beecher. Again, the fourth line working magic on this one. Able to generate time and space when they need it. Beecher through the offensive zone to Kastelic. Taps it right in past Anthony Stolarz. And, oh boy, there's lead up to this one. Marchand and Zacha were coming in with the Leafs when the Leafs had the goalie pulled with about 100 seconds left. The puck rolled on Marchand. Zacha ended up coming in offside. Whistle got blown to call the play dead. Play comes out of the offensive zone for the Bruins. Stolarz goes back into the net. Bruins dump it right away just to try and chew some clock. Justin Brazeau, unfortunately, turns the puck over to the Leafs. And they come right back in. And as they come up through the neutral zone, Stolarz makes it to the bench. They get the extra attacker. And this happens sometimes, unfortunately. McAvoy missed his assignment completely. He was going left while Matthews was coming in right behind him the whole time. And, yeah, Matthews was able to basically drive past Swayman, tap the puck in up over his shoulder with a just great shot from Mitch Marner from the far point. And, that puck was going 5 feet wide if it wasn't for the tip from Matthews. So you would like McAvoy to have that one. At least try to be there to knock him off the puck. He hasn't looked great this year, honestly. I'm starting to question if he's dealing with an injury of some kind. I hope he isn't, because we do need him if we want to succeed in the playoffs. But he has not looked great defensively this year. And that does it for regulation, really. Nothing much else. Just kind of went end to end for the final 90 seconds. Buzzer goes. 3-3. Heading to overtime. Kicking off the overtime, the Leafs absolutely ran the Bruins show for the first 2 minutes. It wasn't even close. The only chance Boston had was quickly shut down by the Leafs until they were able to get it deep into their own zone. Marchand chases after the puck that was on Matthews' stick. Matthews tries to send it up the wall, bounces off the wall directly onto the stick of David Pastrnak. Probably not the best idea at that time. Turns it over. Pastrnak passes it to Marchand. Tries to rip one home for his first of the season. Stolarz gets the dive, makes the stop, but the puck bounces on him. Gets up onto his pads. Marchand and Pastrnak both collapse in on him. Marchand's able to dig it out and scoop it up into the net. And that's how it goes in, and that's how this game ends. It was great for Marchand to finally get his first of the season. This is hopefully something that's a sign of things to come for him. There were reports midway through this game that he has signed, or he's working on a 3-year extension. He unfortunately shut those rumors down at the end of the game. I hope that there is some truth to them at least, because this man still clearly has at least something left in the tank. And it took him a while, but he finally got a goal this year. And I think he can still get 20. He's on pace for 10. All you gotta do is double it. And he's coming off a really bad injury, or multiple surgeries in the offseason. I think once this season fully gets underway, because I still don't think it has really, Marchand's going to start picking up the pace, as that top line will. Player of the game. Gonna start trying to do this after every game. It's got to be Jeremy Swayman. I mean, he lets 3 in. One of which is just, I mean, you can't let someone park themselves right in front of your own net again. Yeah, so he lets 2 in on like 24 shots, 25 shots. He's giving you a chance to win, and that's all you can ask from your starter. Next game is going to be at home against Philly on Tuesday. Thank you all so much for watching. Click like if you like, click subscribe if you really like. And it's the Leafs, but 2 points is 2 points.